coming to you live from the corner of his kitchen in beautiful Southern California. We're all gonna be edging it out with your host, everyone's favorite unemployed meat, Edgee!
Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry about that. God damn it. How many times has this happened? Holy shit. Every time that my computer updates, I keep forgetting that it resets my microphone. Let me do that. Let's take it from the top. How about that? Okay, here we go. Welcome to another episode of Edging It Out. I am your host, Edgee. For those of you who might not know me, I am your terminally online Babiniku, whose mind got sucked into the internet and turned into a sexy anime girl, because all that I think about are sexy anime girls. How's everybody doing today, chat? I hope that you're all staying hydrated and doing well, and just in a safe environment where you can watch the show. And speaking of sexy anime girls, oh man, do I have a treat for you guys tonight? Do I have a fucking treat for you guys tonight? Why don't we, you know, instead of me hyping it up so much, why don't we go over and talk to her? How about that? Let's see, where is she at? Oh God, that's a black square. There we go. There she is. How are you? What's going on? There she
Hello.
is. It's Feast.
That's my introduction. I'm so humbled. Oh my goodness.
I'm so humbled to have you here tonight.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Yeah, thank you for choosing to spend your Saturday night edging it out.
Of course. I mean, it's not like it's not anything I don't already do. I mean, what?
Hey. Oh, let's go. See, that's what we're all about over here.
Listen, what are you guys doing on a Saturday night if you're not edging it out, huh?
That's so true. You're so right, Bessie.
That's crazy.
You're so right, Bessie. That's so true. I'm always saying that is the thing, and people don't realize it.
If you're not edging, what are you doing?
True. If you're not edging, you're not doing shit. Jerking it?
Edging, what?
Oh,
you're
that's
finishing?
Hey.
Man, nah.
Rounding it out? Damn.
Mm-mm.
That's crazy.
Don't you guys know that it's about the journey, not the destination?
Good shit. Oh. How are you today, Feast?
But I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
I'm
sorry
glad.
that I still sound a little rough around the edges. I'm still getting over being a little sick.
Rough around the
last
what?
couple weeks. Around the edges.
Hey!
Yeah, I'm just getting over getting sick over the last couple of weeks.
You know what's fucked up? A lot of people have been getting sick with with that exact same shit.
Oh, bad. I talked to my older brother actually earlier today, and he told me he had the same thing a couple months ago.
Oh my God.
Insane. Yeah, the exact same thing happened to him, and I'm like, man, that sucks.
Yeah, I have a friend who just barely got over her sickness, and it was like a very, very extremely similar thing.
It's so crazy. I mean, like, I guess it probably has to do a little bit with the change in the weather, but
Might be.
maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been pretty bad this year.
Yeah.
Allergies have been kind of nuts, so who knows?
Yeah, a lot of people have been having like really bad allergic reactions recently. It's it's been a little rough already. Before we begin, my dear friend Feast, who means the whole entire world to me, I do have I guess like an unrelated question completely separate from the questions that I sent you before the show.
Sure.
What is that clown doing there?
Well, don't worry about him. He's fine. Just let him hang out.
You let him in? He's your +1?
Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes, so Faust, who, if you don't know, is, my spouse, Feast's spouse, They could make
Spouse
it,
to spouse?
yeah.
Okay.
Feast to spouse.
Okay.
They couldn't make it tonight, so I had someone else come by.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well,
He's just a silly little guy. Just let him hang out.
okay,
Chill out. Don't worry
just
about
make sure you take him with you after the show because he was not there
Oh, yeah.
before we began.
it. Oh yeah, no.
Like
Don't worry.
I sent you, like I screen shared with you what everything was going to look like, and that thing was not there.
Well, he's kind of shy, and
Okay.
like I had to convince him that he's got to try to get over the stage fright and stuff like that.
Okay.
So he didn't wanna. He wanted to like kind of have an entrance.
Okay.
So,
Well, just make sure that he's gone with you after the show, like I said.
don't worry.
or
he has an
else.
he has an air tag on the back of his collar. He doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't know that, but yeah,
Okay. But no pressure. But just make sure that he's gone.
I will.
Okay,
Don't
cool,
worry. He will be my responsibility.
Cool. just making sure. We're cool then. We're square. All right. So we have a talk show to do tonight. We have some yapping to do, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So with that being said, how about we begin edging it out?
Of course.
Okay, let's do it. All right.
Excuse me. Oh my.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Okay. So, Feast. Why don't you? This is okay. We're gonna start with the introduction / about you segment. Okay, this is how every show begins. Why don't you tell us? Why don't you grace us with something? Tell us about yourself and or your lore, if you want to.
So my name is Feastieri, but you may call me Feast. I am a carnivorous hostess VTuber, and I am the manager and your ever hungry hostess at the new Carnivore Club, the A5 Lounge. It is a hostess bar and lounge where we indulge in some of our favorite flavors, which happen to be variety video gaming, art and design, and a whole lot of yapping.
Hell yeah. That's very lovely. That's very lovely. You're the hungry hostess.
Yes. I have been known to be a bit of a carnivorous woman, as they say.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, but so I am a digital illustrator as well as a graphic designer. I like to do a lot of different types of gaming. I like stuff like Souls-likes, single-player RPGs. I play some MMOs. I like cozy simulator games like farming sims and dress-up games and stuff like that.
Nice.
So yeah.
Hell yeah.
I haven't been streaming for a super long time, but that's just some of the stuff that you can expect if you come hang out with us.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love hanging out and just watching you stream whenever I possibly can.
A lot of the stuff that I have been playing recently, I am not very good at just yet. I am also still very much so like a child running around with scissors in the wilderness.
Yeah.
But it's been a lot of fun. I am hoping as we go in the future that I will try and get through a lot of the backlog of the games that I have.
Hell yeah.
Because I also suffer from the illness of owning too many video games.
Oh
that
God, yeah, don't we all?
Too many video games that I have and own and have not played, but say I will at some point, and at some point has never happened.
Yeah. God, I feel that. So fucking hard.
Listen, I know it affects a very large population of our community.
Many such cases.
There is help out there for us.
True. You're so right, Bessie. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Dearest, most beloved Feast, why did you become a VTuber?
I've always been very interested in the VTuber community. I used to, very long time ago, and very infrequently, I used to stream when it was like faceless streaming a lot of the time. Like when I say a long time ago, I mean like when the streaming site was livestream.com kind of old.
Oh God.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of art streams and stuff back then. So I've always kind of been distantly interested in streaming because I've always thought it was a fun way to interact with people that I knew, and like it was a fun way to like engage with people and share things and everything like that.
Right.
But I never was super comfortable with like webcam streaming a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So when live streaming really kind of kicked off, like when Twitch initially sort of came to be, and streaming sort of became like a thing in an industry.
Yeah.
I always kind of was like, oh, I want to stream more, but I've noticed that the climate has changed where people are doing a lot of like face cam streams or IRL stream stuff, and I was like, that's really not for me, because I value my privacy. I don't particularly like being on camera a lot of the time in the same way. But over the last few years, I noticed how big VTubing had sort of started to become, both like here and overseas, and it always interested me because I really thought that it was a really cool way to like put yourself into a character, or put yourself in sort of like, be who you like want to be. It's like playing like RPing and stuff.
Oh, it's like
really fun.
It's like that tagline for Barbie, BARBRB,
Yeah.
Barbie girl, be who you wanna be, Barbie girl.
I really thought it was I've always thought it was really interesting, and it was really cool, and it was something that I always wanted to sort of try for myself.
Yeah.
And like considering the way that VTubing has evolved like so rapidly within the last couple of years, it's so crazy.
Oh yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
It's so cool. It's genuinely so interesting, and like, so I've kind of tried to do it. Well, I was doing it a little bit last year because I actually only started streaming more seriously last year.
Yeah.
And stuff. And only recently when I came back this year have I been moving. I've been schmooving.
You've been schmooving.
Yeah, fancy model.
Yeah.
And it's just been so much fun, and I really enjoy it. And like, I really hope that I can grow as a streamer, grow as a VTuber, build like a good community, and like be able to just kind of like hang out and like make new friends and like share new experiences and stuff. Because I've always liked streaming, and like I never felt like I had the opportunity to do it in the way that I wanted to or was most comfortable until VTubing sort of became the thing that it is now.
Right.
So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a very similar position as you. You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because like I think that like when you stream, I feel like you have to have, there's a very specific kind of personality and like style I think that you need to have to be like a face cam streamer.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that's me.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like VTubing is like that nice little happy medium where it's like I can still be expressive and I can still, be dynamic and animated and stuff and engaging with, my chat and my community, but I also like don't have to worry about some of the other things that like a face cam streamer might.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's a very, very well thought out answer. Wow.
It's not that deep. I just think it's the Marge Simpson meme. I just think it's neat.
Think it's
shorthand
answer. Okay, so for the next question, you kind of like basically like half answered it already when we began to edge it out. But what are some games that you've been streaming / what do you like to stream in general? You don't have to repeat yourself as much as you did earlier, but you can just speed run this one.
I can name some specifics.
Yeah.
I really like Souls-like games, which part of the reason why I wanted to stream was also because I wanted to go through a lot of Souls games that I have. I've never played a lot of them before because I never had the opportunity when I was younger. So I've been playing a lot of them more often. Some of the stuff that I stream is stuff like Elden Ring. Eventually, when I can get a capture card, I'm gonna do stuff like Bloodborne.
Ooh.
I have title, and then I have like other non-FromSoft titles like Code Vein, Lies of P. What is it? Another Crab's Treasure. I really like the challenge of a Souls-like game because I like overcoming the adversity and, sort of like having that catharsis of like, yeah, I did that. That's cool. I can tell you right now, when I was fighting Melania, when I was playing Elden Ring a lot last year, when I beat her, that high rode me through like a week and a half.
Oh my God.
It was so good. I remember like screaming at the top of my lungs and like Faust had like gone outside to like get the mail and they came back inside. They're like, I heard you from the sidewalk.
Holy shit.
But it was so good and it felt so good. And I felt like $100 million. It was awesome. I love games like that because I feel like it's fun to challenge yourself and sort of like, overcome an obstacle, and it's really good for like your self-confidence and feeling good about yourself and stuff like that, even if it is really hard.
Yeah. I completely feel that. I'm not, how should I put this? I haven't played too many Soulsborns. Just like Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne, and that's it. And I enjoyed Dark Souls 3, but I feel like Bloodborne is the one that sucked me in, and it got me really, really hard. And something that I really enjoyed about it was the parry system that it's got.
Yeah, there's something really satisfying about doing a perfect parry when you're fighting a Bloodborne like boss and stuff, and you hear that like sound bit and they collapse and then you can do like a visceral attack, and it's so good. It's so satisfying.
Yeah,
it's so much
fun. So I throughout the whole game, because I streamed my playthrough of that. But that was like before I had this model that I have right here. That was like before I became a Babiniku. But anyway, I was doing it so much that oh, see, there it is one of my mods here remembers. But yeah, like the chat was killing me parry god because I was trying to do it so fucking much.
It's so fun.
And to this day, like to echo like the feeling of I guess like accomplishment that you were talking about, I'm still riding the high that I got from being able to do just one single parry on the Orphan of Kos.
Oh fuck! I would be riding that high all the time too. Holy shit, that's great. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's so funny because when I look at some of the other games that I play a lot and I like to stream, the two games that I have the most hours in are I have Elden Ring, and then I have Stardew Valley.
That's awesome.
It's so funny.
That
My two
rules.
cozy games.
That
but like
rules.
I love games like Stardew Valley. I like sort of that like the relaxing kind of, like farming sim kind of games, or stuff like The Sims, like things that you can just kind of, do that aren't like, I don't know really how to describe it, because I feel like Stardew Valley in and of itself has become like its own like big genre,
right?
In the same way as like other things. I know that like the farming sim as a game is like huge because of games like Stardew and like Harvest Moon and other titles like the new ones that are coming out like Fields of Mystria and
I have a friend who really loves that game.
I really want to get that game. It looks so cute and so much fun.
It seems that way.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of really cool development on it because I think it's still in like early access and whatever.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's fully out yet, but they've been doing like some big updates on it and stuff, and it looks like a lot of fun. I don't know. I think maybe it's because I can't grow plants in real life that there's something very satisfying about growing crops in a game.
Holy shit.
I remember once when I was young, I tried to grow morning glories and I couldn't get them to even sprout.
Oh my god.
I don't grow things.
Holy shit. It's like Fairly Odd Parents with Timmy's mom. She's like, everything I touch dies.
Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like.
Oh my god.
I mean, like, I don't know. I haven't particularly tried to grow anything recently.
Yeah.
I would love to have more plants at home, but we do have a bunch of little fuzz babies. So we got to make sure that we pick stuff that is okay for the cats to.
I see.
And I know that can be a little bit of a hassle.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I can imagine.
It's fine. I can just grow stuff in Stardew Valley. It's not a big deal.
Oh man. Okay, let's see. So moving on to the next question. Let's see. What are some of your plans for the future, whether it's near or far? What is it that you can tell us rather?
Well, I don't have a ton of immediate plans just yet. I think really some of my short-term goals is that I just want to be able to try and stream more regularly, try and do more collabs with my friends, and meet new VTubers and like kind of get a little more in touch with other people in the community and stuff. But there's no real like date for it, but some things that I would eventually really like to try and do are I've always kind of been distantly interested in like karaoke streams or like ASMR kind of stuff.
Right.
I don't know if I'd be any good at it just yet, but it's always been something that I think is super interesting. And I've always really admired a lot of the people that make that kind of content, like who do like sort of the ASMR kind of like voice acting stuff, or those who can like do like really fun like karaoke things. Those are like fun things that I'd like to try at some point.
Right.
But if there's one, I guess, goal that I would love to do at some point, I don't know when. But eventually I would really, really like to do both a sort of like subathon or like donathon thing and like have it go for like a couple days. Like I've always wanted to do like a big marathon thing.
Nice.
And I'd also really like to do a charity stream one day.
Oh, I'm trying to plan a charity thing, kind of, sort of something.
Yeah.
Something maybe. Sometime happening this month.
Oh, yeah. I've always wanted to try. I know that there's a lot of logistics that go into it. So, like, there's a lot of things that, I've got to pre-plan and, like, figure out and stuff. But I've always loved seeing streamers and content creators do charity content. I think it's a really great way to give back. It's a really great way to support groups and organizations that you feel very strongly about, and just like I don't know, I always think it's a nice thing to do. To like pay it forward. And
exactly.
And I've like participated as like a donor and as like a viewer and stuff for like past charity events like across a variety of like different channels and things, and it always feels good. And I want to do something like that in the future for maybe like a variety of different places depending on maybe the time of year or the event or whatever. But that's definitely something that I'd like to do in the future.
Nice.
Sure.
Hell yeah. Good shit.
Yeah.
That's very nice. Okay, so that was the last question for the introduction / about you section. Is what I would say if I wasn't a fucking liar, Feast. I lied. I lied, Feast. There's one more.
Okay.
Feast, we're doing this shit live. When you stream live, you need to be ready for anything, Feast. Anything. I lied to you when I sent you the questions and the format and everything. There's one more. There's one more. Do a pitch right now. Why should people watch you? Go. Right this second. Go. What I learned in boating school is...
you should watch me because I yap and I have big boobs. I don't know.
Real.
You guys watch,
real.
Listen, I have two reasons. I have two reasons.
I have two very good reasons. Okay. You know what? That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Listen, you guys watch Edgee for those two, right? Those two
That's
reasons
true.
are the same ones, you know? I'm kidding.
You know, sometimes people ask me, and I'm making this up, obviously. Sometimes people ask me, Edgee, what are you doing with your tits out? And I always tell them, how dare you speak to me? Yeah.
Honestly, you're so true. You're so true for that. Spit your shit.
Okay. So now we have reached the audience interaction segment. That's when you, chat, that's right, you, the chat, you get to come up with 3 questions. You get to ask Feast 3 questions, but Feast will get to pick which ones she answers. All right.
Ooh,
so if anybody gets a little too out of line, you're going to be ignored. So be on your best behavior. But go ahead, ask away, chat. Ask away.
Yeah, if you ask anything insane, I will eat you.
Yeah. Good shit.
And not in the fun haha sexy way.
Yeah, not in the good way. Not in a good way. Okay, we're already getting some questions. Feast, please feel free to look through them, and you can answer whatever you feel like answering.
Okay.
Well, we pick 3, or rather, you pick 3.
Let me see.
Okay. But go ahead, Chad. You can type them up. You can type them up, and then Feast will read through them. Okay, we're already getting a few.
Okay.
Oh my God, we're getting a lot! Holy shit!
Oh my gosh! I can only pick 3.
Yeah, you can only pick 3.
No pressure. No pressure. Let's see. Vidalin asked, what were some of your formative cartoons and animated shows?
Ooh.
Oh, I like that question. So when I was young, I want to say that like a lot of young, I'm a big anime fan, so like a lot of young anime fans, I watched a lot of stuff like Sailor Moon and Cardcaptor Sakura and stuff like that. But I would say that like some of, I guess, the big formative shows when I was young was stuff like classic like Inuyasha and like Evangelion, which may or may not age me a little bit. But however, right, one of the biggest shows that really I would say influenced a lot of my tastes and interests growing up and getting older was specifically Hellsing and Hellsing Ultimate.
Oh, okay.
That is my favorite anime series of all time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And my favorite character from that show is Sir Integra. She is the most badass. She's so cool. She is like, I remember being a teenage feast, and I wanted to be so much like her because I thought she was so badass and cool and elegant and like powerful and like strong. And I loved that she was like a female character in a series and a world that was dominated by a bunch of male figures and stuff. And she took shit from nobody. She was so cool. Everyone respected her, even her enemies. awesome, incredible, amazing. And I think because of her as like a character that I really liked when I was young,
Uh-huh.
she influenced a lot of the types of characters I ended up liking later on. So like characters like oh my gosh, hold on. Like characters like Satsuki from Kill
Kill la Kill? Hell yeah.
Yeah, she's one of my big favorites too.
She's my favorite girl from Kill la Kill.
She's my favorite too. She's the best. And then characters like Balalaika from Black Lagoon.
Oh, that's on my watch list.
Yeah, or like Coco from Jormungand, and you know, a bunch of like other characters like that, which kind of coincidentally also talks about how I really like military anime.
Oh, nice.
Which is hilarious because I didn't think that I did, but I've watched a lot of shows that are like that. Because I like shows like Gangsta and Hellsing and like Jormungand, which all kind of have that sort of like action, kind of like almost military-esque or like style in them and stuff. They're some of my favorite shows. So if I had to say that like if there was a formative character or like show, it's definitely Sir Integra from Hellsing and Hellsing Ultimate.
Nice.
For sure.
Nice. Good shit. Good shit.
And she still holds up now.
Hell yeah.
Even. Oh man, ain't nobody do it like her. Ooh.
Okay.
Let me see some other questions.
So that was question 1. We still got two more questions.
Gosh.
Two
okay,
more.
hold on. Let's see.
No pressure. Just whatever seems interesting to you.
Ecto said that I saw you play Final Fantasy XIV. Have you played any other non-online Final Fantasy games? If so, which one is or are your favorites? And if not, what brought you into 14? So, when I was young, I didn't get to play a lot of Final Fantasy games. I always kind of heard about them, but I didn't play a lot of them when I was young because our household was more of like a Nintendo household than it was sort of like a PlayStation one.
Oh, that's what it was for me too.
Yeah, so I didn't get access to a lot of the earlier titles until like a little later in life. But I did play, and not really to completion, but I did play a lot of stuff like Crystal Chronicles, and some of the like handheld games that they had. I will say my favorite Final Fantasy is actually Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, that's the one that was on Game Boy Advance, right?
That was the one on Game Boy Advance.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember I didn't play it a whole lot when I was a kid, but I remember really enjoying playing because I think my older brother had Tactics for a while.
Right.
And he would occasionally let me play it now because, you know, like younger sibling, like, yeah, here, you can play on my other save file kind of thing. You know
right.
what I mean? And so I played a lot of like the different, like I played a couple of battles. I went through a couple of different little quests and stuff. And what's it called? It was the game that introduced me to my favorite class in Final Fantasy, which is Red Mage. It also was the class that like kind of like introduced me to like Fiera and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Or like the game, not the class specifically. But like I really liked Tactics. I always thought it was really charming to a point where recently I actually managed to pick up a physical copy of Tactics because I still have,
shit.
Yeah, I still have my Game Boy Advance SP, like the original one.
Right.
So I bought a copy of Tactics recently to play on it. Like at like a swap meet and stuff.
Oh wow.
So, yeah. It was a very lucky find. It was
that's good, because if you try to go to a fucking used game store these days, it's
impossible.
Everything sucks. Yeah, everything fucking sucks. Like if
they don't even have stuff from like 5 years ago, like let alone
Jesus. Yeah, Yeah, you're see you went about it like the smart way, or well, you also got lucky,
Like,
but still.
I mean, yeah, I definitely will. But like, I like going to like used game stores that aren't like big box kind of places like that.
Yeah.
Because you can't find good shit unless you really dig through stuff.
Yeah.
You can't dig through stuff in other places like that.
Yeah.
But I will say I didn't get to play a whole lot of like 3D or like older Final Fantasy games. Oddly enough, the only, I guess, more modern Final Fantasy that I played before I really got into Final Fantasy 14 was specifically Final Fantasy X-2.
Oh my god.
And the reason that I got into it is because my dad, after we bought our PS2, was like, hey, I got you this game. It's got like anime girls on it. And like, I know you like watching anime and stuff. Like, here, why don't you play it? And I went, okay. And I had no idea anything about that game because I had never played Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
Didn't know anything about the characters. Didn't know who Yuna was. Didn't know what that story was about. All I knew was that, like, oh, it's like a cute game with cute anime girls, and you can have like a dress sphere.
Oh my
and you
god!
Change your costume. Because I was also like 9. So.
Yeah.
And like that was sort of the first game I really explored an actual like I guess mainstay Final Fantasy title.
Yeah.
That wasn't like a tactical game like Tactics or anything.
Right.
And I didn't understand jack shit because I never played 10. So it was kind of like, oh, but I've always sort of been aware of Final Fantasy overall.
Right.
And I had gotten into 14 because I had a couple of mutual friends who had suggested that I try it because they had been playing it for a little while and they thought it would be a nice fun game to play together and stuff. And I didn't expect to get into it as much as I have because I have never played an MMO before either.
Uh-huh.
And so Final Fantasy was sort of my first exploration into an MMO. I understand why people get sucked into MMO.
It's like that meme from It's Always Sunny with Frank where it's oh my god, I get it now.
I get it now. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It was, I didn't think that I would get super into it, but it's for an MMO. I've been playing it since 2019.
Oh wow.
2018, which I realize is quite a while now.
Yeah.
But I started playing it pretty seriously when the Shadowbringers expansion was brand new.
Uh-huh.
And so I was going through all the different, expansions after, because I played the free trial for a little while and I was like, okay, I'm really into this. So I ended up buying it and then doing the subscription and whatever.
Yeah.
And I would argue that if you've never played an MMO before, Final Fantasy XIV is not a bad place to start because of the way the game has changed over the years. It is a surprisingly accessible game. It's not, I guess if you've only ever had experience with a game like WoW or, Korean MMOs like, what is it, like Blade and Soul or whatever.
I was going to say Maple Story. I don't know if it is Korean.
I mean, hell, even, or RuneScape even, it's not so heavy-handed with its demand for your time. And the story is very, very good, I would say. Very compelling characters, really interesting narrative, very, good sort of environments and writing and all that stuff. It feels like a regular kind of single-player Final Fantasy game at times. So I feel like I think I've heard it said best that Final Fantasy XIV is not an MMORPG. It is an RPG MMO.
Okay.
I mean, because it's I think the the history of like being a Final Fantasy game, and that RPG style kind of shines more than the MMO aspect of it. So if you've never tried an MMO before, I don't think it is a bad way to start. But I will say, as I put my hand on your hand and I hold it gently, it is a slippery slope. Be careful.
Yeah, that game definitely has my partner by the throat as well. I
understand. I get it.
I forgot which expansion it was, but like a few years ago, I remember just like I would just like walk in on them like multiple times, and they were playing the game and they were like crying.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think there have been a couple of times where my spouse has walked into the room. They play as well, but they don't play as often as I do. And I remember there would be times where I would be going through like a section in the story, and then I just start bawling my eyes out.
Oh my God.
Yucky, nasty, dirty crying. And like my spouse will come in and I'll look at them and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I go, "I'm having so much fun right now." Like snot dripping out of my nose, God. My eyes like super red.
Like One Piece ugly crying.
Yes, like One Piece ugly crying. But I do think that is a testament to like how good the story gets with that game, and like how much care they really do put into what they are putting out for their players and
nice
stuff. But yeah.
Nice. That was the second question.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I told
no,
you
you're good. You're good. No, that's what we're here for. We're here to fucking yap. And let me tell you, you're doing a wonderful job at it. Don't let me down. Anyway, now you get to pick the third question.
Ooh, the third and final question.
Asked by our dear beloved chat. By the edgelords, you could even say.
Ooh, okay. I think this is a good question to end this segment on. Okay. What sort of illustrations do you have the most fun drawing?
Ooh, that is a good one.
I love drawing. I would say a lot of the stuff that I end up drawing is mainly like character stuff. I love drawing like portraits and things like that.
Hell yeah.
I also really enjoy trying to replicate different styles.
Oh.
Yeah. I used to do it a lot more in the past, but I really like trying to draw characters that I had or liked in a variety of different unique styles. Two of them that I can think of are, I really liked drawing in the panty and stocking style.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Because it's such a fun, like dynamic, like sharp and like graphic style that I thought it's so cool. And I also really liked in the past drawing in the Danganronpa style as well.
Ooh.
Because I really liked the way that it kind of had sort of like this raw brush stroke style to it.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because I always thought it was like really like dynamic in that way, where it like almost felt like stuff was always like painted. So it was a great way to sort of learn some of those techniques and stuff too.
Nice.
But I really enjoy drawing like portraits of characters and doing like character design stuff in that way. So like drawing like references and like different costumes or like outfits or hairstyles and fun stuff like that. On top of like also really liking to do stuff in a variety of different art styles from like other things and stuff. I haven't done it in a little while, and I only recently started drawing in the panty and stocking style again. But I want to try and do it for the future because I feel like those are fun exercises.
Yeah.
Well.
I saw your OCs that you posted. They were very nice.
Thank you. They are they're old. Like, to again, aging myself a little bit, and also to testament of how old the Panty and Stocking series is, they would be like freshmen in high school at this
Oh my
point.
god.
They're old.
Oh man.
But yeah, I really like doing that. And I also really enjoy some of the things specifically that I like to draw are I really like drawing and rendering hair.
Nice.
Like shading hair and like drawing different styles of hair, or hairstyles and different hair textures and things like that and stuff, because I really think that it's super fun. I like doing like fluid long hair and stuff like that. I also really like, I don't do it often and I should do it more, but I really like fun dynamic poses. And weirdly enough, I might be unpopular opinion here, I like drawing hands.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that.
I actually
Yeah.
like drawing hands.
Yeah.
Am I good at it? Not always, but I like drawing hands.
Uh-huh.
I don't like drawing feet, but that's also just because I had to be one or the other. It's either I'm good at drawing the dogs or I'm good at drawing hands, and I chose hands.
That's awesome. Also, as a quick aside, Chet, 30 is still not old.
No, 30 is not old.
I promise you, 30 is still not old.
It's not. 30 is in demand.
Yeah, the age of 30 is in demand. Let's go. Just had to have a quick aside for that, but please keep going.
No.
Unless that was the end.
I'm just trying to think. Like,
okay.
I really like drawing hands, and because I think that like there are a lot of really, I feel, because I'm a type of person who likes to talk with my hands.
Right.
And I find that drawing hands and arm poses is very expressive. And it's a really easy way to express like a character's style or personality in like a single image. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. And like, I think that's super fun. And then also, probably no surprise, I like drawing girls.
Yeah. Shout out to girls.
Shout out women.
Shout out to women. Gotta be one of my favorite genders.
Gotta be one of my favorite genders. True.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's some of the stuff that I like to draw.
Hell yeah. Good shit.
Yeah, women.
The house tonight. Oh my god, thank you so much for the raid. Wow, really.
Oh, hello, Raiders.
Yeah, hello,
Wow.
Raiders. We're doing a talk show over here, talking to Feast. Feast is my guest.
Hello.
We just got done with the there's so many titties on the screen. Hell yeah, that's what we're about over here.
I saw your raid alert with that GIF.
Yeah.
For a second, there were at least 10 individual boobs on screen.
At least, maybe more. Who knows?
At least, maybe more.
Holy shit! Another raid back to back.
Oh my god,
that's
double
insane.
Raid. Wow.
That's insane.
Welcome in, everybody.
Yeah, welcome. We're doing a talk show over here. You came in at the right in between segments, so we actually have time to acknowledge. Because I try really hard not to when something happens, like when somebody follows or rates or whatever, but like the guest is speaking, I don't want to like just interrupt and be like, oh my god, thank you for the follow, because I really do appreciate it. But at that point, I just like type it out instead of like interrupting when someone else is talking.
Understandable.
Yeah, but these were some very lucky rates. Like y'all came in like right in between segments when we had time to like just say thank you. Yeah, but speaking of segments, now we move on to the one segment that doesn't have a proper title. When did the clown leave, or did it go? You actually want the clown back?
I think he went to the bathroom.
Oh,
Don't
he
worry
went to the
about him.
bathroom? Okay.
He's fine.
Okay. Well, as long as he doesn't come back, that's all that I'm asking.
If he gets lost backstage, we'll find him later. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll find him eventually.
There he is. Hello.
Oh, there. Yeah. Look at
Did
him.
you wash your hands?
I hope so. I hope you wash your hands, you little shit, or else.
I have hand sanitizer in my bag. Don't worry.
So anyway, the next segment, I like to call this segment. It doesn't have an official name, but for the time being, I like to call this segment. You think you can do this shit better than me? Well, go ahead. I'd like to see you try. And this is the part where our roles are temporarily reversed. So you get to ask me 3 questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So since I was talking about some games that I like to stream and stuff.
Yeah.
Something that I wanted to know is that, because you play a lot of variety games and stuff too.
Do
but
I?
Is there any, well, you play a lot of different games.
Okay.
I would argue. But is there any game that you really like to play, but you would never stream it?
A game that I really like to play that I would never stream. I think I would never stream a Persona game for the very first time that I play it.
Really?
Because like I know that I've been streaming Persona 5. But the thing is that like this is like technically like my 3rd playthrough. Like I'm playing on like on a clean brand new save. But it's technically like my 3rd time playing Persona 5. And that's specifically like Persona 5 Royal. Because I played Vanilla and I played Royal and I played both of those like before I was like streaming. But now that I know what I'm doing, that's why I streamed this playthrough. And the reason for that is because like when it comes to games like that, I like a lot of people these days, I don't know how else to describe it, but they don't seem to have like the patience to like, no, metaphor, if I do, I'm gonna play it on my own time, and then once that I know how it goes, then I'll play it for stream. But yeah, like metaphor, Persona, whatever, I have to play those on my own time because like any little thing that happens, like I want to like take my time reading through it.
That's totally fair. That's totally fair.
And when it comes to like doing the fusions, I kid you not, I can be there for like an hour. And I know that like some people wouldn't mind. I feel like 1 or 2 people might like to see like how my brain works when it comes to like doing those things. But I just don't feel right now that I have achieved a level of growth where where people would actually like tune in for that.
Sure, I get that.
Like if at any point like there are people that show up like for me rather than the game, then I might consider that. But it's just like when I play something for the very first time, specifically those kinds of games, I take my sweet ass time just going through them.
No, that's totally fair. That's totally fair. I get that.
Yeah, so was the question something that I would not play for the channel? Was that it?
Well, no, because it's like, what I mean is like, is there a game that you wouldn't play on stream? And I would argue the answer that you don't want to play a game the first time.
Yeah.
Like the very, very first time on stream totally makes sense. Yeah, like I totally get that.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, I just when it comes to like the story and stuff like that, I get really locked in for that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So I feel like it would just be me more like passively playing the game than me like actively like engaging with it or providing commentary. Yeah, because
I totally see it. Yeah.
Yeah, because like it kind of opened my eyes when I was like watching people play this new Monster Hunter that came out, and a lot of people just I mean I get it. It's like a Monster Hunter story doesn't really matter. But to me it fucking matters. To me it matters. So like a lot of people were just like skipping what was going on, and then they're like, wait, why is this happening? And it's
why
like,
is this happening?
And it's like, well, you would have known if you had fucking paid attention to the damn story.
For what it's worth, I've been really enjoying the Monster Hunter story.
Oh
yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I've noticed.
Very interesting so far.
I've noticed.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm the type of person that gets like really like drawn into a story. Like if I'm playing anything, period, it's because I'm interested in it, and that includes the story. So like if there's like a cutscene happening, whatever it is that I'm playing, and it's not like the second or third time that I'm playing it, then I'm gonna shut up during like a cutscene. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's.
I get it.
Yeah, so that's usually how it goes for me.
It's a good answer. Wow.
I had a friend eat his way to 100% in the first week, and I was like, dude, what? Yeah.
In the week,
And the first week, and like, okay, I saw multiple people doing that
Complain
shit, and then
that
they
there
would
was no more
complain.
content?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
I don't know why you do that.
It's like, yeah,
That's so
I
crazy.
fucking wonder why. I wonder why. Like, I'm getting close to 200 hours on it, and I still have shit that I want to do.
That's how I was with Elden Ring.
Yeah.
I like have like 200-300 hours in that game, didn't finish anything yet. But it's like, because I want to explore it all.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was able to reach fucking 3,100 plus hours on Iceborne. World plus Iceborne. So
There's stuff to do when
Yeah.
you don't speed run it the day it comes out.
yeah, exactly. So I don't fucking know. I don't know what
That's
these people want.
crazy. That's crazy.
Beat the story in 3 days, then completed the rest of the hunts and achievements in a week after. Jesus Christ, I'm still trying to fucking get the last few trophies for the goddamn, what's it called, the platinum.
Sometimes the destination is what people want. Clearly, these people don't know how to edge.
Yeah, that's
They're
true.
not welcome here.
Yeah,
They don't understand the joy of the journey.
Exactly. You're so right. You're
See?
spitting.
I get it.
You're spitting right now.
About to be- My next question, speaking
Yes.
of edging.
Speaking of edging,
So, my next question then
Yeah.
is, what is one way that you like to treat yourself?
one way that I like to treat my elf.
Yes, your elf of self.
Yeah.
What do you like to do to sort of like provide yourself self-care, or like something that you do to treat yourself after like a long week, or like working hard on really something? Like, what's one thing?
Usually with I'm not gonna lie, usually with ordering food, because my partner and I just like rarely ever eat out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we don't really get fast food all that much. So if I feel like I have like a good amount of like spending money saved up, you know, after we got groceries and stuff like that, because I cook a lot at home. As a matter of fact, right after we're done here tonight, I'm gonna be making dinner.
Dinner time. Woohoo.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So if I feel like I've been a good boy and I have the money for it and I can afford it, I'll ask my partner, hey, do you want to order something from this place?
That's
Like,
nice.
do you want to get this or do you want to get that? Sometimes, like if we're both just like really tired, we'll just say fuck it and order something anyway. But for me, most of the time, I've been like, okay, I've been eating at home. I've been cooking all my meals like almost every single day this month. I want to, you know, live like a king for like 15 minutes. Yeah, I'll order from this one place, you know. So that's usually.
You get yourself a little tasty treat.
Yeah. I'll get myself.
Good.
I'll get myself something for lunch or something for dinner. Usually, obviously, like with my partner in mind.
Of course.
Yeah. So that's what I like to do. And what else? Yeah, because sometimes my partner will ask me to like go to like the nearby 7-Eleven and get drinks for us. But like those are like cheap enough that like it doesn't really matter.
Right. You're like talking about like, oh, I could cook something in the fridge, or like I could order like a nice burger.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I get it. I totally get that.
Yeah. So that's usually what I consider treating myself.
That's good. It's a nice treat.
Yeah.
It also leads into my last question for you.
Ooh, okay.
Speaking about food.
Speaking of food.
What is your weirdest food combination? Do you like a weird food combination? And alternatively, if you don't, what is your hottest food take?
Oh man. Oh man.
So either one, depending. Because
I can answer both. I can fucking answer both. As a matter of fact,
it's all yours. I want to hear it.
My weirdest food combination is probably a struggle meal. A struggle meal that I like enjoy very much. Time to get canceled? Yeah, truly. It's a struggle meal that like to this day I enjoy very much. I've been eating this shit since fucking like middle school.
Okay.
And now I'm in my 30s and I'm still fucking eating this fucking slop.
I want to know what this is.
All right, get ready for it. Okay. So it's just like a can of tuna, right?
Okay.
Drain it out a little bit, but still leave like a little bit of water in there.
Okay.
Okay. Put that shit in a plate, and then get some mayo on it.
Okay.
Like get like 3 or 4 spoonfuls of mayo on that bitch, and mix it all together very, very, very well. All right, and then get some tortilla chips, some salty tortilla chips, and and put that get like little tiny little like spoonfuls from it, and like spread them very nicely on the tortilla chips, and then eat it like that, and that's like, one of my favorite struggle meals.
Like sort of tuna nachos, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, actually though, like I will say, does not sound bad. Actually, low-key sounds quite tasty. But now here's my question: what kind of tortilla chips? Does it matter, or like, do you prefer like corn tortilla chips or like flour? Or
corn tortilla chips, specifically the On the Border brand, I think they're called.
Ooh, okay.
It's like a red and yellow bag.
Yes,
they usually,
I think I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, they usually sell like a big ass bag of those for like they're cheap. Yeah. So I enjoy that. I
tuna
like that.
nachos.
Tuna nachos, basically.
Actually, you know what's so funny is that sounds like it could be. I feel like a fancy restaurant in like a big city would upsell that shit.
Oh damn! I gotta copyright that shit.
Yeah, honestly. Have it like they're like seafood nachos or some shit like that, and like put some fancy. They don't say that they put mayo on it. They put aioli.
Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of I know a decent amount of people in my close friend groups that do not enjoy mayo in the least.
Really?
Yeah. I get called a freak a lot for saying that I like mayo.
Oh, I fuck with mayo. Mayo's
hell
so
yeah!
good.
Shout out to mayo, by the way.
Shout out to mayonnaise.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It's also so good on tuna. Like, do they not eat canned tuna?
I guess the fuck not. But like to me, that's
like what else do you put in tuna?
Yeah, to me that's a fucking match made in heaven. Let me tell you.
Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah. Have you tried?
Stupid. I don't know.
Have you tried the I think I forgot the name, but it's like a Hispanic brand of mayo that has lime in it, like lime juice.
Yeah. I don't remember the name.
I actually think it's called McCormick.
Is it the McCormick?
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I have had it before. It's so good.
I know.
It's so good.
Oh
my God.
Fucking rules.
It's so good. Honestly, mayonnaise always hits. Always
Fuck yeah.
good.
I fucking love mayo.
It could have lime in it. It could have like, it could be a little spicy.
Yes.
Like mayonnaise could do it all.
True. You're
Shout
so
out
right.
to mayonnaise.
Shout out to mayonnaise. Oh, that rules. Sometimes like even at home, this is like completely separate, but as a quick aside, sometimes at home, like I've made chicken nuggets, and then like for the dip, I just combine like mayo and ketchup.
Oh my God, I do the same thing, but I'll do like mayo and like sriracha. And so I've absolutely done the same shit. Oh my God. That stuff's so good.
Yeah, the only reason I don't buy the half mayo, half ketchup that they sell at the store is because I don't trust like the ratio of mayo to ketchup.
I was gonna say, the ratio is very important.
It is very, very important. Exactly. So I prefer to mix it on my own.
Too much ketchup. That's always that's what always ruins those kinds of mixtures with mayonnaise, I think.
Yeah.
Is that if you put too much of the other thing, then you lose out on all the good stuff that mayonnaise can do for you.
Yeah, I agree. Fully agree. Was that the last question, or did we have one more?
That was.
Oh, that was okay. Oh, and while we're at it, I'm just gonna say my one hot take about food.
Okay. Let me hear it.
Okay, are you ready?
I am.
Okay. Mustard should not exist.
Ooh, that is kind of controversial.
Yeah, go ahead and crucify me. Go ahead and crucify me. Go ahead. Put your little fucking crown of thorns on my head. The fact that we're getting multiple oofs in chat is...
I was going to say, I fuck with condiments, so mustard might not be my favorite, but we respect her in my house.
Okay.
But it's also funny because I also know some other people who do not care for mustard.
I'm gonna get the spear. Holy shit!
Whatsoever.
Holy shit!
But like mustard, she's okay in my book. She's maybe not she's maybe not the queen that make mayonnaise is, but like she can be there. She can hang out. It's okay.
Hopefully pickles are on the sphere. They better not fucking be. I hate pickles.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That's a second take too. Wow.
Oh, are we not gonna be friends after tonight?
No, it's okay. That's fine. You know, here, this is my response to this is that anytime people tell me that they do not like food that I enjoy, I say, great. That just means that when we go out to eat and it's there, you give it to me. More for me, less for you. Everybody's happy. It's okay.
Okay. That makes sense. It's like that one scene from the Final Fantasy 15 anime where Noctis is like putting all the shit that he doesn't like and then on his burger.
Yeah.
Like taking it off and putting it on someone else's burger.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine. I will accept your pickles. I will take the mustard. That's okay.
I hope you hate sweet pickles. Dill pickles are good. I hate every type of pickles if that makes you feel better. Or worse. I don't know. Mustard covered pickles? I would rather kill myself. Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, that's like a Batsu game. That's like a punishment game. Having Edgee eat mustard covered pickles.
Dude, all pickle foods? Probably. I don't know. Probably. Anyway. So that was okay. We're starting to lose the plot here. So let's rein it in. Let's rein it in a little bit. So that was, you said that was the last question, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. Those were excellent questions. Thank you so much, Feast. All right. So that brings us to our final segment of the show. It's almost the end of the show. I don't know if anybody watched fucking Sefo and Ollie, but I might have to steal that bit. No one's gonna fucking remember. That's fine. I can say that it's yeah. I can say that it's my thing.
It's yours now.
Yeah, it's mine now. Okay. So you said that there was something that you wanted to talk about, and that something was. Face.
Oh, sorry. So I kind of hinted a little bit about it when I was answering the questions earlier about what I like to draw. But the thing that I didn't mention, because I wanted to save it for this part, is one of the things that I really like to draw, and in general really like to do, is I love making characters.
Hell yeah.
I love character creation. I love making a little guy for a little game or a little universe or anything.
Nice.
I think that, in my opinion, right?
Yeah,
because I have met a few people in my life who will, who have told me or I have seen, who like when, say for example, you're playing a game where you have to customize a character for yourself,
right?
That they just make whatever, or they just, put together like a pretty lady or a handsome dude or a meme or something, and they like don't really care about the character that they're making, and they're just doing it. I personally think that everybody should make at least one silly little OC, one silly little character for like a D&D game or something at least once.
Right.
Because I have always thought that making characters is a very cathartic and very like fulfilling thing for a variety of reasons. Like if, for example, let's say we're talking about making like a little D&D guy, right?
Yeah.
It can be a really fun way to express your creativity. And, for a game like D&D, it can be a really great way to practice your improv.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to play a character who is the complete opposite of yourself. So you have to, tap into your creativity and your like improv skills, or, like rack your brain for like how you might tackle something in the shoes of someone else. And
right.
like I've also known a ton of people who have discovered a lot of really interesting things about themselves through character creation. Can't tell you how many people that I know who, found out that they were LGBTQA, who learned about their gender identities, learned about, how to deal with instances or like difficult parts of their lives and work through those things through the lens of like creating a character that they were able to like write those things out with, process those feelings, and really sort of like come to a conclusion to help themselves heal or learn something new about themselves and stuff like that.
Hell
And
yeah.
I've always been like a super big advocate about hearing about people's like characters and OCs and like fun stuff like that, because I think that it's also a really nice way to glimpse into a person's creativity and the things that they like. And like, and I think that it's really good and important because I think that, at least as of lately, I feel like there's a lot of times where people are really afraid to or like shy away from sharing that kind of stuff with other people,
Right.
And I think that like it's really fun to ask someone, oh, do you have like a character for like, let's say a game that you're playing? What can you tell me about them? And then like you kind of put them on the spot and they're like, oh, I've never thought about it like that before.
Uh-huh.
And then they start thinking about it. And then you can kind of see when that spark in their eye kind of like glimmers and they like start really getting into the idea of like, oh, well, I made my character like a ranger and stuff, and they wear like this thing, and then you ask them questions like, oh, did somebody in their life give it to them? Why did they become a ranger? And you poke them and you ask them that stuff, and you see a person really sort of like become for a moment like a storyteller.
Right.
And they get to express a really interesting aspect of their own creativity. And I've always really been a big advocate for that. And I am also the biggest Mary Sue defender in the whole world. Because I know there's a lot of people. I grew up in this sort of environment, and I'm sure there's a couple of others who have as well, where like you're a middle schooler and you like watching, I don't know, like Yu-Gi-Oh or like Gundam or like any other kind of like big action show, and you're like, I want to draw a character and I'm gonna like put them in this universe and they're gonna be all of these things all at once, and then like you get made fun of because you're a Mary Sue. No, fuck that.
Yeah.
I always think that it is super important, and I think it is really special to be able to express yourself through the lens of creating a character for anything, whether it be for a video game that you're playing, whether it be for a tabletop RPG, whether it even just simply be for like yourself, for like, something that you're wanting to write. Like if you have Like if you've always kind of wanted to like create a universe or like a world or a story or something, I think that when you really do that, it's a great way to express a type of creativity that I think a lot of people are afraid to do now. And I see it all the time on places like Blue Sky or places like Twitter or just generally anywhere. There are so many artists and so many creatives who worry about posting their OCs, right?
Right.
Because I know a lot of people who are artists and stuff who all have them. Every artist I know has an OC. Every person that I know who is creative has like a character. And even people who aren't artists, they have characters they've made. They play stuff like D&D. They play stuff like Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah.
And they have these things. But they never talk about them because everybody always is afraid to do it. And that's a common thing that I've seen so often when talking about that kind of stuff.
Right.
And in my opinion, I think that people should do it. Because it's always the issue of, well, they're my characters. Nobody's going to care. I care.
Yeah.
I care. I care so much. I love hearing about that stuff because I think it's such a great way to glimpse into someone's creativity and their passion for something.
Yeah, I fully agree with that. Like in a way, like that's kind of the reason why I chose to become or switched into being a Babinico VTuber, because my very first model was just supposed to be like an anime version of me, right? Like just no like cute little name or whatever. It was just it was just me, and that was it. And like anytime that I changed up the style or the outfit, I just something like in the back of my head told me that like something was missing, that I wasn't fully like satisfied with it. And then one day I was like, what if I just make like a female OC just because I can? What if I do that? What if I just like start putting that together? And then I didn't. That was like the very first iteration of this model that you're seeing. And this is like after what you're seeing right now is like after a few more changes. So this is like my 2.0 model. And I'm much more happy with this now that I'm like, okay, I'm streaming with my OC. I really like my OC. I like what I did with it, and then like the way that I even had like multiple outfits and everything.
I feel like, especially in the VTubing space, right? Everybody is kind of, in a way, playing a little bit of a character. Yeah. Right? Everybody has got a little bit of there's a little bit of OC energy in everybody's sort of VTubing. Exactly. But I feel like it has allowed for a lot of VTubers as well to really tap into that same kind of freedom and creativity and passion, because they get to be something that makes them super happy and feel really fulfilled, and it can like be really cathartic in that way. You know, like it doesn't even need to be like a super serious thing either, because I've seen plenty of people who are super passionate about their silly little guys. You know, they got like a little goblin or they got a little rat guy, and like they love them to death.
Yeah, exactly.
But like that's the thing is like, I think that there's a special joy in it that is super nice to see, and it's very contagious. And I'm just very much so someone who loves to see that with other people, you know? Like hearing that you're talking about how when you kind of moved into being like a Babiniku streamer and you decided to do this instead, and how you were having so much more fun and you really like super enjoyed it. Like that's the kind of thing that I think comes from creating a character. Yeah, absolutely. There is that very special kind of, this is something that makes me really, really happy, and I'm gonna ride that forever, you know? And I think that more people definitely need to do that, because I think that too often people are afraid to allow themselves to find that joy. It's been said in the chat a couple times. It's true. Cringe culture is dead. Yeah. Be free.
Yeah, be free.
Fun. And I definitely am of the mind that like it can be hard, for sure. I've definitely been there where it's like I want to be free. I am cringe and I am free. But then like the tendrils of like, no, you're cringe and it's bad, will try and grab me from the back. But it is genuinely
from the back,
like,
you say?
Yeah. But they're not giving me back shots. That's the sad part. But like I've always kind of loved being able to like express that kind of there is a joy, I guess, in like being cringe, I guess is the takeaway in this.
Yeah, exactly.
But like I think that deeper than that, it is a great way for people to find out aspects about themselves.
Uh-huh.
Just as much as it is about like finding that happiness and stuff. And I think that's just kind of a part of that process, you know?
Right.
You learn something about yourself that you never really addressed before, and you put it into like a funny little dude.
Yeah.
Like a funny little like Sonic OC that you made, or like the character that you play in Monster Hunter, or like, your Warrior of Light in Final Fantasy, and you like put those fun little traits into that character, and like suddenly you're like, oh wait, I do like this thing, even though I told myself forever that, oh no, it's cringe, I don't like that, I shouldn't do it. And then you do it and you're like, you know what, no, I kind of like this is fun,
this shit is liberating.
I don't care anymore what people think.
Yeah.
Liberate yourself from that thinking. Yeah,
exactly.
That's just how I'm just very passionate about it, because I think that like making OCs is fun.
Oh, and you're right. You're absolutely right.
I'm OC hoarder. I have something for everything. My laundry list of OCs is probably bigger than the world's population. But like, it's fun. It's a great way to express creativity.
Yeah.
It's a great way to learn about yourself. And it's also just a generally good way of liberating yourself from letting other people tell you what is cool or fun or interesting.
Right.
And stuff.
Yeah. An OC who loves to do laundry.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's some real shit that you were spitting right about now.
So the takeaway, everybody, is be cringe. Who gives a shit?
Exactly. Everything already fucking sucks anyway. Why limit yourself? Why limit your creativity? If something,
be cringe.
Yeah, if something is making you happy, then just go for it. Shout your OCs to the heavens. That's so true. That's so true though. That's some.
And for anybody who thinks that nobody will care, someone will.
Yeah, someone will.
Every piece of media that you have ever consumed has other people's OCs in them. So think about it like that.
Yeah.
Every character from One Piece is an OC from its creator.
Yeah.
Every character in Bloodborne is an OC from its creator. All of those characters were made by somebody. They are someone's baby.
Yeah.
So, in that sense, when you create like that, your characters can resonate with others too, and you can be that person for someone else.
Oh, that's some real shit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so right.
Yeah.
You're so right, bestie.
So be free, be cringe, make an OC. And if you make an OC, show me. That's
real.
The actual, yeah.
That's
the real takeaway. This is my advertisement to you all to tag me in all of your OC posts, because I want to see shit.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Haha, I fooled you.
I was in my Macy's wallet. God, that's
literally gonna be me. I will have a gallery and be like, look at all of these OCs, you guys.
Yeah, like to this day, just going back really quick to the making an OC and just streaming as that, like to this day, I still, I'm like, man, the day that I get fucking a bunch of expendable income, I'm gonna commission so much art and blah 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 blah. That's the one thing. That's the one thing that's holding me back from achieving my true power and not
your
being
ultimate form.
Exactly. Okay, well that was a very how should I put, the accent picture panels reach the floor from the wall it held that. Yeah, exactly like that. That was very, very insightful, Feast.
Thank you.
There...
You know what? Sometimes I use my brain. Sometimes some good shit comes out of that.
But only sometimes.
Only sometimes.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare. You're lucky that something good fell out of my brain tonight and not something insane.
Was there anything else that you wanted to share about that specific subject?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not really. I will say though, if you guys are following me on any of my platforms, expect to see more of my OCs.
Yeah.
I will definitely be sharing them with you guys.
I'm genuinely really excited for that.
If there's one thing I love to do, it's to yap about those guys.
Hell yeah, good shit.
So yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So that you said that was basically all that you had to say on the subject?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anything that you would like to plug or shout out while you're on?
Oh gosh. Not really, but I would appreciate if you guys would come by and stop by the Carnivore Club when I stream. I stream usually on weeknights Pacific time and on weekends and stuff. We draw, we yap.
Look at that! There it is. There it is, right there.
we talk about cute 2D boys. Sometimes we also talk about cute 2D girls. We draw OCs. We yap a lot. I'm bad at games.
Chad is asking where can they see your OCs?
Oh yes. I haven't posted a lot of it yet, but you can find any of my characters or any character art that I will be posting on my socials, which are mainly Twitter and on Blue Sky, at Feastiary, just like it is here on the Silly Purple site.
You can say Twitch. You're not gonna get banned if you say Twitch. I promise you. I promise you.
But yeah, on all platforms like Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, Twitch, at Feastiary is where you can find me. I will be trying to post more of some of my OC art and some other fun things like that.
Hell yeah.
I also will say that there is one other thing that I can plug. I don't have a specific date for it just yet, but we are belated in our celebration. But this April, we will be celebrating my 1-year affiliate anniversary on Twitch.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, we still got to do that one collab with Dilly.
I was originally going to try to do it in March, and then I became sick as a dog.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I've had to push it back. But we'll be celebrating my 1-year affiliate anniversary sometime in April. Hopefully, we'll be doing a fun marathon stream for it. Edgee and some of our other good friends will hopefully be there with me.
Yeah.
I may or may not play Phasmophobia for the very first time and piss my pants live on stream. Who knows?
God, I'm so looking forward to that. I'm so fucking looking forward to that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if anything, that is probably the only thing I could really mention. So if you guys are interested in hanging out with me again in the future for that or for anything else, I hope I will get to see you guys at the Carnivore Club sometime.
Yeah, from your hungry hostess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I promise not to bite unless you want me to. Consent is very important.
True. Can't forget about that.
Of course.
Okay, well, I think we got a show.
Yay.
Right? Looks about right. Feast, again, I truly cannot thank you enough for being here tonight. I appreciate that a lot.
Thank you so much for having me. I genuinely have wanted to hang out with you so much lately, because you're such a wonderful friend, and you are so supportive and incredible. And
I truly do.
I love you so much. Thank you so much for having me. It's been such a good time.
Yeah, grabs you by the collar. We still need to do a proper Monster Hunter collab.
being gripped by the collar, being shaken. Yes, of course. Listen, I'm almost out of the low rank hunts now, right?
You really are, yeah.
Okay.
Last time that I caught you doing a stream, you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think once I'm finally free from baby jail, then we can really start. Then we can really set it up.
Hell yeah.
For
Hell
sure.
yeah. Absolutely. All right. Well, again, thank you for being here, and thank you for yapping with me. I always appreciate that. You're
Thank you for having me.
You're such a pleasure to have around to talk to, Feast. Let me tell you that. And thank you so much to everybody in chat who showed up.
Thank you guys for coming by.
Yeah. Be sure to check out Feast. I already gave her a shout out in chat, but if you missed it, you can look at the stream title, because her ad is right there too, and you can follow her from there too. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I will do my best to be back again this Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. That's usually when I start up my streams. Until then, please take care of yourselves and each other. And the VOD of the stream will be up on my YouTube channel this Friday, I believe.
Yippee!
Yeah, but just keep an eye on my blue sky, and you'll see it. Anyway, have a good one, everybody. Again, thank you. I'm sounding like a broken record, but I truly